Hello guys, welcome once again. This is Chinex, and really quickly we're going to go through our previous forecast for last week for GBP USD and for XAU USD, that's gold, and then I'm going to be sharing with you my forecast for the week. Okay, so stay tuned and let's ride really quickly. Okay, so last week on GBP USD we had that price. This was where we closed on Friday. So we closed here on Friday. So we had a price closed off this area, and then I said I was expecting price to reject from here and come lower to this trend line. Okay, and then we expected a bounce from the trend line. Okay, so and this was exactly what played out, farms. This was exactly what played out. So our students at the academy, we all made so much money. I mean, like alongside the ride. Okay, so we had the ride to the downside. We expected price to actually buy from here, so you could see we had a rejection, right? But the bullish intent was not strong enough, and then we had a continuation of the bearish ride. Okay, but trust me, our students were all updated about the current price action, and we were all able to adapt to the market. Okay, yeah, so that was a beautiful trade. That was a beautiful trade, period last week. So we had fun trading last week, so that was awesome. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the forecast for the week moving forward. Okay, so I'm going to be sharing with you the forecast for the week. Okay, so before I dive into what I'm expecting to play out this week, I'm going to take you to other time frames and then show you what I see on the chart here. Okay, so we are done with this old guys here. So this liquidity here has been swept by the move to the downside, and all of those moves are over. So let's see what price has in mind. First of all, let's look at the weekly time frame. So let's see 1 week. Okay, so this is the weekly chart for GBP USD. Okay, and if you observe, what do you see? The chart has been bearish. Okay, so we have been bearish on the weekly time frame. We have been creating sets of lower highs. So we had this lower lows here, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then we have a lower high right now. And what do you think is expected? A lower low. Okay, so with that being said, let's try to see the areas we are reacting off on the weekly time frame. So I have them properly refined, but obviously if you look really closely at the weekly, you see that we are reacting off. We have this area here, okay, in collaboration with this area here on the chart. So we are reacting off this area on the chart. Okay, so and that's a valid supply area. Okay, it's a very valid supply area on the weekly time frame. So let's quickly narrow down to the daily time frame and see what we have. Okay, so really quickly on the daily time frame, you agree with me that we have a more refined view here. So we are reacting off this area. This is where we reacted from. Okay, so we are reacting off that area on the chart, yeah, which is a very valid area. So we had that price came up here, broke down, and was forming mitigations to the downside. Okay, so that's that basically for the daily time frame. And then if you look at the structure here on the daily time frame, you would agree with me that so far price has been forming series of higher highs and higher lows, right? So yeah, so currently we are sitting on a strong low, okay, on the daily time frame, and this low, if all things are equal, is expected to continue the ride to the upside. Okay, we are going to see to that. But remember, the weekly time frame showed us bearish intent, and we are reacting off a weekly supply. So you agree with me that there is a very high chance we could get a rejection from here and then further mitigations to the downside. Okay, so that's that for the daily time frame. So that's the strong area we are reacting off. And then on the, let's quickly look at the 4-hour time frame. So here we can see price creating some forms of higher highs, higher low, right, like that, and then but that is swing move to the upside. But based on our higher time frame structures, you agree with me that that might not happen. Okay, so we also have a form of double bottom form of liquidity appearing here on the chart. So we have something like this on the chart. Okay, all right. So what do you see currently on the 4-hour time frame? You see that price is currently reacting off a supply area. So let me just quickly mark that out. So price is currently reacting off this area here on the chart, which is a valid supply that broke structure to the downside. Okay, so yeah, that's a very strong area. Let me show you something on the daily before I continue with this. Let me show you something on the daily really quickly. So on the daily, we have an extreme supply up here. Okay, so we have this extreme supply here, so I'll just quickly mark that out too. Alright, so the 4-hour structure remains bullish, but the higher time frame structures are bearish. Okay, so let's go back to the 4-hour really quickly. Alright, so what we could see here moving forward for GBP for the week is what we could see. As the weekly time frame is bearish, don't be dismayed. We might not be entirely bullish, right? So what we could see a rejection from these points down. Okay, we could just see a breakdown from that supply. Okay, that's one. Second probability we could see play out here is that we could see this supply might not give us the rejection because we already have a double top above it, so we could come up here this way, right, and then we dump. Okay, so personally I'm bearish. Alright, I'm bearish, so I choose to ride with the higher time frame intent. Okay, so these are our valid supply areas on the charts, and at most we could probably come up here. Okay, so for the week I am bearish, so I expect us to sell. Okay, but most likely we will not even come up to this area, guys, on the charts. I expect this is more of the setup I expect to play out. Okay, so I expect us to dump from that area on the charts. So from the higher time frame intent, you can see we are bearish. Okay, so that's quick. That's just that for GBP. So if we sell from here, we could just see more like a breakdown, form of mitigation, and continuation of the ride. Okay, to the downside. Okay, guys. So that's basically that. Then let's just look at this on the 1-hour time frame really quickly. Okay. So for our 1-hour time frame, yeah, we just have a clearer view of the structure. Okay, we have a clearer view. So like I said, we might see a sweep of this. Okay, so this could most likely get swept. Yeah, so we could sweep that area up into this this other supply up here. Okay, so we could see a rejection of this, so just the same way I've drawn it here. So we could see something like this up onto this place and then continue to melt. Okay, so up here we get some form of play reactions a little bit above and we drop, but either ways we are bearish on GBP USD. Okay, so remember we adapt to price either ways, and I'm going to be giving my students in the Proficient Traders Academy, I'm going to be updating them on the price action. So as we always do, I'll give them daily price updates on the price actions so they can be duly positioned to make wealth, right? So we can all be duly positioned. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at for GBP USD this week. Okay, so I hope that's clear enough. And then let's quickly move over to gold. Okay, guys, so this is gold on the 4-hour time frame. So this is gold, and then last week what did we analyze for gold? So the forecast last week for gold was we were at this point on Friday, this was where the market closed. So the forecast was that we're going to dump from here, right? So we're most likely going to dump from here down to these trend line areas, and I said we had rejected off this trend line at many points previously. So we saw a decent rejection here until we flipped through the trend line, rejected here and created the II. So we expected to come back down here for a buy, right? So that was what we looked at last week. Okay, sorry about that. That's what we looked at last week, and then currently what we saw play out was that price actually rejected from our breaker supply there. So we saw price rejected, but price actually flipped higher to this supply here. So we had another breaker. I just refined it. So I refined it, but that's the area there where the breaker is. So price rejected rather from this other side. Okay, so but trust me, we were all updated on the our students were updated on the price action, so we were all updated and they were able to adapt to the market properly. Okay, but this was what we saw. We didn't entirely reject from this area, so we rejected from the upper side of it. Okay, so either ways we saw the rejection coming, and that was exactly how it played out. Okay, so that's amazing, guys. So right now, what is the forecast for the week? Okay, so what we can be looking at for the week. Okay, so what can we see for the week? First of all, let's go to the higher time frame. Let's see what the weekly time frame is saying. Okay, so for the weekly time frame, we have that gold as being on a bullish ride all the while. Okay, so years past, as you can see, been on a bullish ride, and then what we can see here is that at this point, so this is where we should pay attention to. Just follow me really quickly and pay close attention. So price has been forming series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs here, higher lows, higher high, higher low. Okay, so at this point we mitigate form of demand area here. Okay, so let me mark that out here. So this is the area we came down to mitigate. Okay, so from there we have the continuation that price gave us a lower low here. Price couldn't create the higher high, so we got a decent rejection off that same area on the chart. Okay, yeah, so let me continue marking that out. So from here we couldn't get a higher high, and then what you see, we break below. Okay, structurally you would agree with me that the high is weak. Okay, so we break below and then we come up for a mitigation. So structure has shifted on the weekly time frame. Okay, so I hope you can see this. What do we expect here? We can expect to see a lower low up to this point. Okay, so let me try to give a quick explanation on this. Structurally this low is weak. Okay, this is a weak low. It couldn't give us a higher high at this point, so it is a weak low. Okay, and then this is a strong high, and the reason is that this high was able to give us a lower low. Okay, so we expect a decent reaction of this high, which price has rejected off already. Okay, so firstly we could expect to see price somewhere here. Okay, meaning this area here. Okay, price should give us a decent reaction here, and then from there we come over to the low. But structurally we expect to have a lower low. Okay, on the weekly time frame. Okay, yeah, that's that basically. I hope that's clear enough. So we rejected off this demand area on the weekly time frame. It gave us a rejection but couldn't break the highs, and then we broke the low. So we have a mitigation here, and we're expected to have a lower low. Okay, so let me quickly take off these guys from the chart. Okay, so that's what we have on the weekly time frame. So let's quickly run down to a lower time frame and see what we have there. Okay, so on the daily time frame, what do you see? Okay, and really quickly I need to show you something on the weekly. You have to understand something here, that this area on the charts has proven to be a very strong support, a strong resistance area, right? So you can, why do I say that? you can observe that the first time price came up here. Okay, let's use this. The first time price came up here, price rejected. Okay, second time price came up here, price rejected. And this third time price is coming up here, and most likely we are going to properly reject. Okay, so the higher time frame bias always plays out, guys. Don't be lost on the lower time frame. I always advise my students, when you analyze, look through multiple time frames. That would give you a clearer view of the chart. Okay, so that's that basically. And then on the daily time frame, we have that we have been forming in the meantime, we have been forming series of higher highs, right? Higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. We have a higher high here, it was higher high, higher low, higher high here, and then it melts down. Okay, so this was where we had a rejection reaction, and then we came up here in form of mitigation of this area here, and then we might most likely melt down from here. Okay, so earlier on from our last week view, I was expecting that before this old dump will start happening, that we might see price react off this area here, this 2000 area. Okay, before the melt, because we have an unmitigated POI at this area, but from the look of things we might not even get there. Okay, so the chances are high that we won't even come up there on the chart. Okay, so this is what we see on the daily. On the daily, you agree with me that structure has shifted bearish. Okay, so we have a structure shift. Okay, then really quickly, let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame, guys. Let's see what we have there. Okay, so for the 4-hour time frame, we have that gold has broken a little bit below our demand area here. So that's broken a little bit below, and wicked down to this area on the chart here. Okay, so that shows us some form of bearish intent, some form of bearish energy. And then our Friday high impact, NFP, and the rest of them helped us to come up here on the charts. But where do we expect possible rejections? Where do we expect possible reactions on gold? So this is a valid supply area on gold that we should watch out for. We are already rejecting of that area, so we are going to see how market plays out in that area. So if we break that area, we could see a rally up to this area here on the chart. Okay, so but generally I am bearish on gold right now. Okay, so I expect more sales moving forward. So for the week, guys, I'm expecting more sales. Okay, I'm expecting more dump to play out on the market. So we could probably see something like this here, and then get a rejection from here. Okay, so we could get a rejection from here. Yeah, so that's just that. Okay, or on the other side, we could get a rally up to this point here, and then we still reject. Okay, so either ways I am on the sell side. Okay, guys, so that's what we have for gold. Okay, that's what we have for gold. So I see the market tanking down. Okay, so for the week, guys, expect more sales. Okay, expect more sales. But either way, like I said, we always adapt to market conditions. So if you want to get price updates moving forward, click on the link in the description, and you could join either of my communities. So you could join the Proficient Traders Academy, where we drop you price updates daily. Okay, we also drop you chart markups and chart forecasts. We drop you other flow analysis daily. Okay, where you could trade the market with like-minded traders. Okay, and stay profitable. We also have a free Telegram community, so the link is on the description. You could join either of them and enjoy value. Okay, so guys, this is the forecast for the week. We expect the market to tank deeper based on the higher time frame bias. Okay, so guys, stay safe, trade safe, manage your risks wisely. That'll be all for now, fams. See you next time. Do remember to click on the like and subscribe button so you can get more updates on the charts moving forward. Okay, peace out, fams.